From NBC News, this is Today with Matt Lauer and Meredith Vieira.
Speaking of the future, when you look at the distant future, have you ever wondered what kinds of things will be a reality, things that we may not get to see, but our kids and our grandkids will, for example? Will they ever be able to make clothing that will not stain?
I don't think so.
Will people be able to do without any sleep in the future? What about ways to improve our memory? We're going to talk about that with an author of a new book. Did you ever wonder what life's going to be like about 50 years or 100 years down the road? Well, in a book called Present at the Future, award-winning journalist Ira Flato explains how the future is in fact happening right now. Ira, nice to have you here. How you doing?
Thank you. Nice to be here.
Well, a lot of people have been made fools of trying to predict the future, but you're pretty confident that some of the concepts, the big picture concepts you're talking about in this book, are not only going to happen in the future, but are happening already.
Well, they're happening now. We're learning about how the brain works. We're learning that it's much more plastic. It can be shaped. It can be molded. We have injuries that happen to the brain. Parts of the brain that we thought could never take over functions of the injured part can do that. All kinds of wonderful things are happening.
One of the things you talk about and write about in the book is nanotechnology. Give me the crib notes, in layman's terms, why that's important to us.
The world of the very tiny. Nano means billionth. So we're talking about things that are so tiny, little billionth of a meter particles. They're showing up in medicines, they're showing up in the technology, in coatings, and in clothing.
And skin creams also, by the way, makeup, so it goes down right into the pores.
Right into the crack, you know, you don't even see those wrinkles anymore.
You say it's taking place in clothing. Why is that important to us?
Well, let me show you my friend here. This is a piece of clothing made by the Nano Tex company. It's a fabric that's coated with tiny little nanoparticles.
It feels kind of like stiff cotton.
The fabric has got a coating on it that resists water. It's sort of like peach fuzz. The water sits on top of these little nanoparticles.
You can't see it.
You can't see it, but let me do a demonstration that will show you how.
Be careful.
How repellent
my suit is not made of nanotechnology.
Well, first of all, let me show you my tie. My tie has got nanoparticles. Look at it; just rolls right off of my tie. Imagine that, you know, because I spill coffee on it all the time.
Yes,
You're driving.
Right.
I need a tie that's resistant. This is an amazing thing. Let me pour this right into the pocket. It's filled the whole pocket off.
None of it is leaking out the front at all.
Well, I'll show you, because if I squeeze it, you can see it coming out.
You see now it's all over you.
It's all over me.
Right.
But
well, don't shake it on me.
It's not on this shirt. You can see it's not on this shirt. And in fact, it holds it so well that you could put a straw into the shirt and actually... You can drink it out of the shirt.
You know how to make a point, don't you, Ira? That's really cool stuff. Let's talk about some of the other things you talk briefly in the book. A lot of people say, you know what, sleep is overrated. We aren't going to need sleep in the future. You debunk that.
You got to sleep because while your body may be asleep, your brain is wide awake. And you're doing things in your brain to consolidate the experiences you had during the day. Scientists are knowing that if you really want to learn new things or new skills, you want to learn an instrument, you want to learn how to play something better or play a video game, if you don't get 6 or 7 hours of sleep at night, you don't consolidate what you've learned.
And memory-wise, you think this idea of mental calisthenics to improve your memory is going to explode. It's the wave of the future.
Well, to keep yourself sharp, scientists are learning that you have to do, you know, they know that people who do games, they do mental exercises, they do crossword puzzles, those kinds of things, actually do keep your memory sharp.
Still, this thing has not leaked yet. There's one little spot right there. Oh, that's from the outside.
That's from the outside, you know.
Ira Flato, this is cool stuff. We appreciate you coming in. It's called Present at the Future.
Cool
book. Nice to see you.